What's up, you guys? Speed here. If the video looks a little different, it's probably because I toned down the frames per second, which means now it's at 480p, and I guess maybe that's gonna help with this whole audio thing that all my videos have been going through. So hopefully that'll change it all. So for this video, I just wanted to talk about the things that I said that I would talk about in my Wonder Woman review. And that was what is currently going on with Justice League. And I'm just gonna give my opinions on it. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain a lot of stuff as to what's going on. I probably will anyway because I like to hear myself talk. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now with Justice League. Currently, I'm not gonna say currently. I'm just gonna start from where things really started to change. So, as you all already know, Zack Snyder had to drop from the Justice League film because of what had happened to his daughter who committed suicide. And it was a family tragedy that he probably had on his mind for a very long time, and he just needed some time away. And so, he dropped out of the Justice League film in order to spend more time with his family. Meanwhile, he asked Joss Whedon, the previous director for the Avengers film, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Avengers Age of Ultron. He asked him to take over for him and finish the Justice League movie for him. Now that I've already said this in the whole condolences to Zack Snyder video. Now, for this video, a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about was the changes that are going on right now, and what Joss Whedon seems to be doing for his half of the Justice League movie. Now, for his half, it required him, well, not for, it required him, but basically for his half, he ended up having to let go of Junkie XL. For those who don't know who Junkie XL is, he's the person who helped Hans Zimmer write most of the soundtrack for Batman v Superman, and he also helped make the iconic Wonder Woman theme from the Wonder Woman film. He went on in an interview, or I think Twitter, and he was saying that, you're not a real music, I don't know what the name of those people are. I'm gonna just say music maker. You're not a real music maker unless you get replaced. And apparently he graduated, so he gave a big thanks to Zack, and he wished Joss Whedon and Warner Brothers, good luck. So Junkie XL was replaced, and who they got to replace him, that was a big shock for me because he's actually one of my most favorite music choreographers of the decade, actually. Who they got to replace Junkie XL was the one and only Danny Elfman. Now, for those who don't know who Danny Elfman is, he's the one who wrote the Batman theme from the Tim Burton 1989 movie. The movie with Michael Keaton and the all-black suit, and he had the Joker in it. And then the second film with Catwoman and Penguin and all that. Yeah, he's the one who wrote the music, the theme song for that film. And he also wrote the music for Spider-Man's 1 and 2 with Tobey Maguire. So yeah, he's a pretty big deal. He's made a lot of classic superhero music. And to have him be a part of this, it's a pretty big surprise, actually. I wouldn't, of all the people they could have replaced Junkie XL with, I really feel like Danny Elfman was a great choice. I'm gonna miss Junkie XL though, because he made a lot of great music. I think he did some stuff I think he did the soundtrack for Mad Max too. But I guess for Joss Whedon's side of the movie, he wanted a different tone than what Zack Snyder's version was. I still don't know as to how this movie is going to turn out, because he's recently doing some new scenes and new reshoots for the Justice League film. So I don't know if this is going to be... One thing I'm worried about is that this is going to be like Batman v Superman, where too many people tried to change the original script that Zack Snyder had. Like, Because that's kind of what happened with Batman v Superman. Too many people tried to change Zack Snyder's script, and it had just ended up becoming a whole bunch of other things put into there. And as much as I love the movie, I can admit that it was kind of a bit of a jumbled mess because they just kept putting different scenes in there, taking stuff out, putting other stuff in. New writers came in to rewrite stuff. Other new writers came in to rewrite stuff. It was just a big jumbled mess behind the scenes. The movie turned out alright. The theater version was pretty bad, but the Ultimate Edition was good. The theater version was, I still liked it, but yeah, it had more flaws than the Ultimate Edition did. But yeah, I just hope it's not going to be similar to that. I just hope that Zack has his vision for the first half, Joss Whedon has his vision for the second half, and the two styles can somehow mesh together to make an interesting Justice League movie. It's unknown to say as to how much Joss Whedon is changing. I don't know whether or not he's changing like half of the entire movie or a little bit of the movie, or he's just adding small scenes here and there. But only time will tell when the actual movie comes out and we get a better taste as to what Joss Whedon is planning to do. So, we just gotta wait and see. But again, this seems to be pretty interesting. To have a past Avengers, Marvel Cinematic Universe movie director directing a DC movie, and there's just a bit worry that he might try to make it like the Avengers. There's a bit of a concern that he might try to Avenger it up a lot. And my issue with it is that if the movie does succeed or if it does fail, all I know is that people are going to literally snuff Zack Snyder out of the credit. Because that's what everyone does when it comes to Zack Snyder's movies. Like, if there is a good Zack Snyder movie, people will snuff him out of it in an instant. Like with Wonder Woman. Like, Zack Snyder helped write the story for Wonder Woman, but everyone's like, no, he didn't. Zack Snyder didn't write it. And that just kind of annoys me. Because the dude did make some pretty good films. So, if the movie ends up being good, people will just give all the credit to Joss Whedon and literally give nothing to Zack Snyder. If the movie's bad, everyone will blame Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon will walk away freely. At least that's my prediction, but I'm pretty sure my prediction will be right either way, because unfortunately that's just the way it is. So, that being said, that's what's going on, and we'll just have to wait and see what Joss Whedon's vision will do to Zack Snyder's vision of the Justice League film. Will it be a classic or will it crash and burn? We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.